The biggest sporting event of this calendar year is about to begin. The players have reached Qatar and they're getting set to be a part of this extravaganza that we are all in to enjoy over the next couple of weeks. But while the players and the teams get used to the conditions there were players who really tried their level best to make sure they also get onto that flight to Qatar. But unfortunately, there were some who missed out narrowly because of injury. Today here at Sports Today, we're going to bring you those 11 players who possibly could have been on the flight to Qatar but unfortunately missed out due to injury. We put out a list of 11 players, our injured 11 so to say, starting with the goalkeeper first. So within the post will be woes of Switzerland. He had to be the second choice keeper, but Switzerland will now have to look at other options because he is missed out due to a knee injury. Let's see who the right back is in our injured 11. It is Reece James of England. Remember, he got injured. He in fact suffered a knee injury a couple of months back in that game against AC Milan during the Champions League. There was a brief exchange of words as well between Gary Southgate, the English coach, and Graham Potter, the newly appointed Chelsea coach, and then it was decided that it seems unlikely that he will be able to make it to the England squad for the World Cup. Let's now look at the centre backs though. Presnel Kimpembe of France will be missing out because of a hamstring injury. He's not been able to recover in time, and yeah, France will have to make do without him. Let's now look at the other centre back who missed out. It is Yuta Nakayama from Japan. He was playing in this in the English Championship in the match between Huddersfield and Sunderland, where he picked an Achilles injury, and he too will be unfortunately missing out. In the left back position, we've got Ben Chilwell, the Chelsea man. Again, the second Chelsea player on our list. There's a third Chelsea player as well who misses out, but we'll come to him in a bit. But Ben Chilwell misses out due to a hamstring injury, which he also, by the way, suffered during a Champions League match just a couple of weeks back. In the midfield, we've got Pedro Neto of Portugal. He misses out due to an hamstring injury as well. So just like we saw for Reece James and for Ben Chilwell, he misses out because of hamstring injury too. He got injured during a Premier League match between West Ham and Wolves, which is where the 22-year-old picked an injury. Perhaps on our list on our injured 11, let's say, the most high-profile name is that of Paul Pogba. The Frenchman has not been in action over the last couple of months. In fact, ever since his move from Manchester United back to Juventus took place, he's not been able to participate. He did undergo a knee injury. There has been a surgery that he was a part of, but having done a couple of sessions as well, training sessions as well, the injury flared up again, and which is why he will be missing out on the World Cup. Next up in the midfield is Lo Celso, the Spurs midfielder who happens to be on loan to Villarreal at the moment. He misses out again due to hamstring injury. You do believe, yes, he's got plenty of time on his side, and yes, there are going to be other opportunities that will come his way, but he'll be absolutely kicking himself for having missed out on a golden opportunity, because he in many ways would have made it to the playing 11. That's what it looked like. But having said that, let's now look at the last midfield player that we have, Marco Reus from Germany. The Dortmund skipper misses out, not for the first time. Remember, he missed out on the World Cup in 2014 as well, and yet again we see his tryst with injuries, his horrible tryst with injuries rather, continues, and he is out due to an ankle ligament injury. And let's now look at who in the forward line is missing. It is Timo Werner, the former Chelsea man, in fact, who is now with RB Leipzig, his former club. He misses out due to a torn ankle ligament, an injury that he suffered just a couple of weeks back, and Hansi Flick will be devoid of his services as well as those of Marco Reus. So those were that was our playing 11 as far as the injured players are concerned. Let us know in the comment section if you missed out any players, or in fact do tell us who your 11 would be as far as injured players go. Before we let you go, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to Sports Today, and stay tuned because we'll be getting you the very latest from the FIFA World Cup 2022. Thanks a lot.